Astrobot. Astrobot is literally a Sony game that literally came out maybe a few days ago, 4 days ago. Again, I don't remember. But yeah, around here. And it's a 3D platformer game. If you guys didn't know, 3D platformer games are not as popular as they used to be. Back in the day, there used to be just a bunch of platformers, 2D, 3D, you name it. And then like towards like the end of like maybe around the late 2000s, maybe around mid 2000s to like now, it wasn't as really popular as before. The only one who was basically carrying the genre hard was basically Mario, because Mario is like, I guess, the king of platforming. You could say.
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah, definitely.
Nintendo's been mostly doing all the platforming recently, and then now they're coming back with a bunch of platformers. They're bringing back the classics such as Crash and Spyro. They're bringing back like old classic platformers back into PlayStation, and I love it. And this is going to be a PlayStation exclusive, Astrobot. So Astrobot, for you guys who didn't know, Astrobot was literally a demo kind of type of game, or a marketing game when you first got your PlayStation 5. So that it was a free game that you can play, and people actually love that game already. It was basically like Sony market the game, because when you play that game, it was kind of a platformer, and you can see all these Easter eggs of every bot. They're like these little Astro looking bots. They look like how do you say, astronauts? They look like astronauts, but the robotic form, and they cosplay as other characters from PlayStation throughout history. We're talking like Devil May Cry. You can see maybe Dante, because he was PlayStation first. And then you can see Crash Bandicoot, cosplaying as him. And then you can see
Solid Snake,
Kratos, Heihachi Mishima from Tekken. You see all those like stuff. But people actually enjoyed that demo for PlayStation 5 when it came out. People actually enjoy it. And I was saying, is like, they have something here. I said they had something there back in the day. They could basically implement something better, make a full game to this, because it wasn't that much. It wasn't a long game at all. It wasn't a long game whatsoever.
Short levels.
Yeah, it was like
a hub world.
It was like cool. The hub world. It had a hub world, and it had like four level stages that you can play through. And it was literally, I was like, whoa, this is some cool shit. It's like they need to implement this further. Imagine they have something here, their own exclusive 3D platformer, like made from actual Sony. That sounds badass. And guess what? They finally, did it. So the game just came out this week. And it looks like it's a hit, because like from the critics and everything, from the scores, it looks like it's a 95. People are saying it's game of the year, and I don't think it's game of the year, but people are saying it's game of the year because like that game is like bringing platformers back, and like to the old school days, and I love to see that. From the gameplay that I'm seeing, from the jumping mechanics, the double jumps, I love OG 3D platformers, and it's giving me that like Crash was and Spyro was. It's kind of inspired by those, and I love to see that.
With all the fan service of the Sony
legacy.
With all
the fan service, absolutely. I love to see that.